Hi, over here with another hockey night in Belmont. Going to be looking at the recent news about the restart of the NHL season. So, according to TSN, the NHL is discussing to restart with 24 teams in two hub cities. That's interesting news. So, according to Darren Dredger, an NHL board conference call today, the NHLPA was also busy this weekend working on return to play scenarios. Two hub cities with 12 teams in each has been discussed and remains one of the possibilities. So they're looking at two hub cities, 12 teams in each city. Now, I don't know, the math doesn't work for the playoffs unless they're going to have like a four divisions with 6 teams each, have a round robin, and then the top two teams in each division go on to the next round of the playoffs. Kind of silly to do that and then have 16 teams. They could also go with 8 divisions of 3 teams each, and then the winner of each little division goes on, kind of like a soccer group. They could do that. So let's look at some more. So the NHL, according to NHL.com, they're looking at 8 or 9 sites as options to restart the season. Places that can safely accommodate a dozen or so teams in one location. So you're looking at big cities: Toronto, Vancouver, Las Vegas, Edmonton. What they want is they want a rink that has multiple dressing rooms, so they can easily, once a team's done playing, showering out the door, they can easily sanitize the dressing room, while out the other side of the dressing rooms has already got the next team out there. There's no fixed timetable. It's going to take time to get this started. So they got to work on things like resolving the border and quarantine issues to reconvene, because 17% of the players live outside of North America, and 50% of the players reside in Canada with the rest of the United States. So, and they want to use centralized locations. Ability to play multiple games per day without fans. NHL arenas are best suited because of the back of the house facilities. They also need hotel space. Hey, Marriott hotels, they're doing stuff. So it's going to take time. Once they make the decision, then they have to call back the teams to work all that stuff out, and then the teams want to practice for 2 weeks. So we're not going to see any NHL action till probably the end of June at this rate. So Commissioner says, do we abbreviate the regular season because our competitive balance is extraordinary? So again, according to CBC News, they're also looking at 8 to 9 neutral sites for restart. Reports that Vegas, Minnesota, Edmonton, Toronto, and Vancouver. And they're not sure what form. Well, I prefer the 31-team playoff format. Every team makes the playoffs. Give Boston a bye to the second round because you need 32 teams to make this work, and there isn't one. So Team 2 plays Team 31, Team 3 plays Team 30, and so on and so on and so on. Kind of like an NCAA March Madness tournament. Single elimination. And you can be done in like 2 weeks. Wouldn't take long. It makes for a lot of interesting matchups. I think I've covered this before, where Montreal will play Edmonton in the first round. And that hasn't happened since 1981. So Yahoo Sports, the same thing. Return to play committee has talked throughout the weekend. They need the Players Association to make a decision too, because everything has to do with safety as well. Yahoo Sports. So Bob McKenzie of TSN said nothing's firmed up yet, but Las Vegas, where an entire resort connected to an arena could be dedicated to players and staff, was likely to be one of the hubs. Well, that's true if it's got a hotel right next to it. So they're looking into returning to play with either a traditional 16-team or 20-team tournament. Again, I prefer 31, but 16 works too. 20-team, no, because then Pierre LeBrun said last week the two sides are having trouble deciding how to bring some teams that wouldn't have qualified for the postseason into a playoff. Hey, this is a great opportunity to see what happens when you have all 31 teams fighting for it. And anything can happen. It'd be a once-in-a-lifetime chance. And again, that's just the same thing out of Yahoo Sports. What they're looking at. Having teams at each site likely split between Eastern and Western Conference venues would eliminate bottom clubs in each, but allow more than the usual 8 playoff teams per conference. First of all, get rid of the East-West Conference split. Who cares now? Mix it up, put them in, and because when are you ever going to see a Montreal-Toronto final? This will be the chance. Or a Boston-Detroit, or New York and Boston, Detroit, Edmonton, Calgary in the final. Any kind of scenario like that. The 2 New York teams in the final. Who cares about East-West? For this year, let it go. Just go with something different. I want to see something totally different. But that's for the NHL and the players to decide. Anyway, for all those hockey fans out there, let me know what you guys think in the comment section if anyone's listening. I just love to rant about this stuff. And until next time, Gomer, I'm out of here.